Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and my project today is a gift box that has a fold-over flap just like this. So this pinches in just a little bit and it closes just like that. I used some of the new products available August 3rd from the mini catalog. This comes in a bundle, or you can buy them separately. You save 10% when you buy the bundle. My address is at the top of the screen if you wish to buy them through me. It is catherineteeman.stampinup.net. And this, it's Penguin Place and Stamp Set and the Penguin Builder Punch, along with the Frightful Tag dies. And I used this die here from it right for that. And the Penguin Playmates paper, which is a Saleabration item. So you get this free with a $50 purchase, and it's buildable. So if you spend $100, you can get 2, or there's might be something that's worth $100, but they build up, and there's no limit to how many you can get. Right, so this is the paper. It's a lot of fresh freesia, soft sea foam, evening evergreen. These are so adorable. And some of these penguins, the punch will cut out too, which is great. I love this one too. It was a toss-up today, but I chose this paper. I liked it, and this. Alrighty, so this is a 12 by 12 pack of paper that you can get for free with your $50 or whatever. Oopsie. Now, I sent out my catalogs to those who purchased from me in the last year. And if you are new to me, you can, after your first order, just drop me an email. I put my email below, and just tell me you're a new customer, and I will send you a catalog. Alrighty, so let's see what we need for this project. Of course, the Penguin Place stamp set and the Penguin Builder Punch and the Frightful Tag dies. But we need all of this. Okay, so we need one label from the DSP using the tag from the Frightful Tag dies. And since this is what you pull up on to open it, well, part of what I would pull up on the actual box, but people could pull on this too. It's fine as long as you glue it well. But I wanted it to be thicker, so I just cut 2 of these out. One out of Fresh Freesia Cardstock and one out of the DSP. Okay, so you need those 2. You need a bunch, 4 pieces of DSP. You need 2 pieces that are 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. 1 piece for the lid here that you're going to round the corners of the bottom that is 2 1/4 by 1 3/4, and 1 piece for the very top that is 2 1/4 by 3/4. All right, so that's that stuff. And then you need a piece of Fresh Freesia cardstock that is 8 1/2 by 8. Okay, I also used the glittered organdy ribbon too. Alrighty, so let's get started. I'm going to get my Simply Score, and we're going to start on the 8 1/2 inch side. Okay, we're going to score at 1 1/2, 4, 5 1/2, and 8. Then we're going to switch it to the 8 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/2, 5, and 6. Alrighty, and that's that. Now I'm going to fold and burnish. Now during the Saleabration, if you would like to join as a demonstrator under me, you get $125 worth of product for $99, and during Saleabration you get to pick an extra bundle for free. Alrighty, so my contact information is below if you want to learn more about that. Okay, this is what we want to do. Okay, so we have the skinny rectangle on the left hand side. There is a strip at the bottom that is 1.5 and a strip at the top that is 2. Alrighty, so this is what we want to do. We're going to get rid of this rectangle here, this one, and this one. Okay, we're going to get rid of all 6 of these rectangles, but I'm not going to write on them because this piece here you can use to cut your tag, so you don't have to waste it. Alrighty. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so skinny rectangle on the left, we're going to take away this bottom rectangle and then take a little wedge out of the piece above it. Okay, I'm going to keep, let me do that straight, this side of the rectangle straight and this side of the rectangle straight. Okay, just go to the other side of the square, keep the side of the rectangle straight, and then we're going to wedge a piece off of each side of the square to make a tab. Right, we're going to go to the other side of this rectangle, keep it straight, and then wedge each side of the square. Alright, so that's what it should look like on the bottom now. Okay, we're going to turn it 180 so that the skinny rectangle is on the left, the 2-inch piece is towards you, and the 1-inch piece is at the top. Alright, and then this is what we're going to do. We're going to take off these 2 rectangles, wedge a little above it, and then we're going to get rid of all of this. Alright, so to start, we're going to take this skinny rectangle, we're going to cut straight all the way up to the second score line. Okay, we're going to take these 2 off and wedge a little bit on the piece above it. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Now this is going to be our flap, so this is the only piece we need, so we want to cut this nice and straight to the second score line, and then we're going to take all 6 of these rectangles off. I'm going to cut this nice and straight. Alright, and that's what it should look like. Okay, after you're done, now we're going to round the corners of our flap, okay, with the detail trio punch. Alright, and the piece of DSP that is 2 3/4, nope, 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. This is going to be our flap. The flap's going to go like this, so we want to round the bottom of the corners of that. Okay, and then we're done with the detail trio punch. Alright, we're going to get our tear and tape, and we're going to put it on the skinny rectangle as close to the score line as you can get it. Alright, and I'm going to just take the backing off. Oh, I ripped this just a little bit. That's alright. And then you're going to flip it over. You're going to flip one side and flip the other side over to meet it. And I don't feel like I scored these. I didn't score one side. Alright, now this is our front, so this is going to be our front flap. So we're going to put the sides and the back, and we're going to put some tear and tape on the front, back of the front flap. I'm going to put one. This is the most important, all the way up against the edge, and you can put another one inside. Now to go in this, treats, small gifts, it's a pretty decent sized box. It's 3.5 long by 2.5 wide by 1.5 this way at the bottom. It gets a little bit smaller at the top. Okay, so it goes down to 1 inch at the top. It starts at 1.5 and slowly goes down to 1 inch. Alright, So we're just going to make sure this is nice and squared and just fold it and press, and then we're going to make sure it's good. Alrighty, now we're going to push with our pointer and squeeze with our thumb and middle finger, and just gently so that the sides go down nicely without creasing too much. Okay, just push it. Doesn't have to go all the way, but you want it enough so that when you close this over, the 1-inch spine at the top will show it where to stop. Alrighty, so that's the box part. Now you see how I must have done this off a little bit. There's a little piece of the edge sticking. Just trim it off with your scissor. That's fine. Alrighty, now we need our DSP. So the two pieces that are 3 1/4 by 2 1/2 we're going to put on the front and the back. Okay, now for the front flap is the piece that is 2 1/4 by 1 3/4, and we rounded the bottom so that will fit nicely. Okay, and the last piece that is 2 1/4 by 3/4 goes on the top spine, right there. Alright, now I'm just going to let this dry a little bit while we're doing some stamping. Alright, let's just glue our two tags together so that they're nice and dry when we put them on. Okay, then we'll let that dry too. Okay, now we need our Stampin' Pierce mat, and we're going to be using the penguin image, the feet and the beak. No, the foot, not the double foot. The feet and the beak, the scarf, and the hat. All right. So what we want to do is, because this is how we're going to cut our penguin, so we want to stamp him so that it's easiest for us to cut. So we want to stamp him on the top with his head towards the top. I'm going to get some Tuxedo Black Ink. Now, because of the way this punches, you could do the full body in just basic black cardstock, and the inside of the body in white, and then there is all stamps to do the eyes and the mouth we're going to do too. So you don't have to stamp this part if you don't want to, but I'm going to do it this time. Right, and I'm just going to stamp one more. I'm going to stamp my penguin down. Oh. And then I'm going to leave some room. And I'm going to do the 2 feet. I'm going to make the, oops, wrong color. All right. Let me get my Stampin' Scrub and my Stampin' Mist. And I'm just going to get the black off of that. Alrighty. You could use your chamois for that too. Alright. So we're done with the Tuxedo Black. Okay, and then we need the Mango Melody ink pad for the beak. And I'm just going to put that right, excuse my head, attach it right below the black. Okay, and then we're going to switch to the feet, and we're going to put them below a little bit and just far apart like that. Okay, so now we need the fresh Freesia ink. And we're going to do a hat, which we're going to fussy cut these, and a scarf. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, that's it for stamping. And now we're just going to put our penguin in first. Okay, and there he is. And then this goes this way, so I might have to do a trick with this. Let's see if I can get it. I can't. Okay, so you can either put a post-it note on there to get it in the right spot, or I use my take your pick tool and I just center it and then pop. And then we need the other one. And I'm just going to center it right again. And pop that one. Okay. And it also would be easier maybe if you stamped one thing at a time and didn't need to put it in until you looked. All right. Okay, and I already have the scarf and the hat fussy cut out. Okay, so now we need our silicone mat, which I didn't clean off the last time. Where is it? With this, right there. All right. So what I want to do is I want to put the feet, just kind of put them where you think you want them. And I'm going to make them a little bit spread out. Just like that. Maybe a little more in. I'm just going to place them where I want them. Okay, and then just put a little dot of glue on the tip of the foot. And just place the body down on top. It's good if you have a tissue too to get the extra glue out. Okay. Now I'm going to put the scarf, and this goes a little bit higher on his neck than you would think, just right under his beak. There we go. Okay. Oh, my fingers are getting so gluey. And then just a little bit on the bottom part of his hat. Oh, and I lift it up. This is getting rough. All right, let's put that right on the tip, just like that. And I lifted off one of his feet with my sticky fingers. That's terrible. All right, let's see if I can get it back on. I might have to do a new one because I ripped it. No, he's good. All right, so let's just let him dry a minute. All righty, now what we're going to do is we're going to glue this right here, and we're going to put glue on only one half. All right, and then we're going to put it right in the middle here. Press it down really well so that it will glue nicely. There you go. And just keep it on there. Okay. All right, so now that we have, hopefully now our little penguin is dried up. Yeah. All right, so we're going to just put some dimensionals on the back of the penguin. And I'm just going to put some halves on the feet. Just secure them because I ripped that one off there. All right. All right. And then I'm just going to put him right on the middle of the tag. Alrighty. Okay, now we need our 5/8 inch Velcro dots and just kind of loosen it up a couple times so that it's worked in. You don't want it to be too very strong. I'm going to take your pick tool. Was this one, right? Yeah. I'm going to put this one on the back right where the actual box lid begins. Okay, and then we're going to put the opposite side. That is that one. The opposite side on top with the adhesive facing me, and then we're just going to make sure we squeeze the box so that the lid fits right over it. Make sure it's centered and just gently press it. Okay, and then gently pull it off and then really reinforce. See, so in there is quite a bit of room. Okay, we could fit, nope, not a glue. Let's see, some candies in there. They'll fit with a lot of room. Let me see if some Ghirardelli squares fit in. So here's some squares. Yeah, you could probably fit at least 3 squares in there. Yeah, 3, maybe 4. And you could probably fit in 3 little truffles. Alrighty, now I'm going to take the glittered organdy ribbon. Now you can just tie a bow and put a glue dot on the top and have it like that, but I'm going to put it underneath. I love it when you tie something and it does not need to come off. Alrighty, you could also just tie around and then you don't need a glue dot or a magnet. Alrighty. Then I'm going to use some of the Playing with Patterns resin dots, and I'm going to take 3 of the small fresh Freesia ones, or this might be purple posy, but it matches, and I'm going to put them up in the left hand corner. And then a large fresh Freesia gem from the 2021 to 23 in color jewels, and I'm going to put it right on his pom-pom. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can hit the notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I upload a video. And I would love it if you needed any of these products, if you would purchase them through me. As I said before, my address is at the top of the screen. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye.